The Great American State Fair is now underway as part of the nation's 250th anniversary celebration. President Trump held a rally late Wednesday to kick off the event. That event runs through July 10th. Let's bring in our political panel. Caroline Heldman is a Democratic strategist and professor of critical theory and social justice at Occidental College. And Matt Klink is a Republican strategist and owner and president of Klink Campaigns Incorporated. Welcome back. Matt, I know you remember 1976, right, which was the bicentennial for the country. Yes. People really came together.
I was 9. It was a big deal for a long time, too.
And it doesn't feel like we have that same level of bipartisanship about that. What's that about?
Well, a couple things. I mean, I think that for one, people are just busier now. Master of the obvious statement of the day. I also do think that we're much more polarized now. And I mean, look at the Gallup and other polling, like Republicans, 90% of them are proud to be American. Democrats, it's about 60%. I think that has everything to do with the man who occupies the Oval Office right now. So,
and that's sad, right? Right, Caroline? I mean, this idea, this should be a celebration for everybody, and it's become very politicized, even the way it's talked about, even the way it's covered by the media.
Yeah, I think it's a real point of grief for me and probably millions of other Americans that this is very obviously not a celebration for all Americans. Trump has made that very clear. I would guess that most of the people on the mall are Republicans, are MAGA Republicans at that. And I go through my neighborhood and I see the 250 signs. I live in a part of LA that has a lot of, MAGA Republicans. And it very clearly sends the message that you are a very conservative Republican. It is not about the country coming together. And I hear these stories about people in '76 who said it was this great time. And I spent time in DC and would go every 4th of July, and it was a wonderful celebration. So yeah, it is sad that this is where we are.
Yeah, because Trump isn't America. He's part of America, but we're all Americans.
Yeah. Well, neither is LA or neither is New York City. So if you go to the middle of the country, I guarantee you there's way more America 250 paraphernalia out because people are generally more patriotic than they are in big cities.
Part of what they're doing with this America 250 is they're creating a time capsule in Congress where they're putting stuff away to be opened in 250 years from now. So what would you contribute to the time capsule?
A couple things. One, I'm putting a Shohei Ohtani baseball jersey to remember the fact that we are witnessing the greatest baseball player since Babe Ruth.
What about you?
I'm going to put in K-pop Demon Hunters, something or other, maybe a commemoration of our first black president, our first woman vice president, maybe some things we want to leave in the past, maybe a photo of people with filler face, not sure what's happening there.
Or photos.
Maybe, or photos in general, right? Yeah. Maybe plastic bottles, some of these things that we want to be artifacts.
Meanwhile, the big news of last night was Zoran Mandani and winning 3 different elections with the candidates that he endorsed for Congress. A lot of reaction to that throughout the day today, including from the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Here's what he said.
You've been hearing me say for weeks there are many Mamdanis popping up all around the country. It is a dangerous thing. This is not a joke. We're in a fight right now to save the republic. And every American needs to take this seriously. You need to wake up. This upcoming midterm election is not the midterm elections of years ago. It's going to decide the direction of the country.
How do you respond to that as a Democratic strategist? This fear, certainly the strategy that Republicans are trying to make, that everybody out there is a Democratic Socialist.
Well, it's not the case, right? Democratic Socialists are only going to play well in places that have a strong Democratic contingency, like Seattle, Washington, right? Their mayor is a Democratic Socialist, in New York, maybe in Los Angeles with Nithya Raman, but in AOC and her success. But you can see these are all Democratic strongholds with a very large progressive population. It doesn't play well in purple states. It's not going to play well in the Midwest, for example. And so at the end of the day, this is democracy doing its work, right? Where progressives are going to get elected in these Democratic strongholds and pull the party maybe a little bit further over. But if you look at what they're running on, it makes sense. They are critical of the billionaire class, which I think the Epstein files, and I would argue Donald Trump's graft and how much money he's making off of government are raising those alarms. They're running on the treatment of immigrants. They're running on what's happening in Israel, and only 37% of Americans support Israel at this point in time. So it's a popular agenda.
Is that all they're running on?
No, I mean, look, it's the defund the police, soft on crime, diminishment of property rights, growth of government, higher taxes, the Green New Deal. So yeah, it is the Democratic Party is not your grandfather's Democratic Party. They've moved decidedly left. Right now, they concentrate in urban environments, but it's spreading like a plague, and it's coming. And the Democrats need to they need to answer for it across the United States.
Yeah, I mean, last, real quickly.
I would just say I wish it were spreading as someone who's part of the very liberal progressive wing of the Democratic Party, but no, we tend to elect traditional conservative Democrats.
All right, we have to leave it there. Great to see both of you.
Good
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much.